Yes. Well, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Monday morning Bizrunner Live, Bizrunner Live support call, supporting all lines of sponsoring teams within our Enagic family. This call is an extension of Enagic's Difference Makers Monday morning RI training call, designed to help your team measure performance and move forward by focusing on the 5 skills that create success in the direct sales industry. Through the app Bizrunner, you will not only build your Enagic business, but you will be in a unique position to build a team of people who come together to motivate, support, encourage, and recognize the accomplishments of each other. So again, welcome to the Difference Maker call. This is an interactive call, right? How we like this awesome Zoom, right? This live Zoom this morning. Congratulations to last week's Rising Stars, Execute 90 enrollees. So let's get started. The presenter today has been in the business arena for over 20 years. She is licensed in the health and wellness industry. She has owned her own day spa and tea room in New York. She is also a master certified trainer with Enagic, corporate trainer, team builder, motivator, and a very dear friend of a lot of us, right? You will hear her passion and professionalism as she has to share with each and every one of us. She is committed, and dedicated to helping us understand an operational system for our businesses. So I'd like to bring forward Miss Beautiful, Hopeful, Amazing Nakima French.
Thank you so much, Cherie Stevens. Oh my goodness. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Cherie, thank you. Jenny is here. I mean, we are just like, see, Kimberly is here. We are like, we're doing it, guys. We are helping a lot of distributors to take action in their business. So I'm super, 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 super excited about that. So guys, okay, so this morning we're doing Zoom for our Bizrunner every Monday. So invite your team on so we can learn how to use this amazing system that we can build with. All right, so I'm going to go into, I'm going to go to do a screen share so that you guys can see the Bizrunner app. All right, the Bizrunner app. So guys, you know, I always talk about the importance of technology when it comes to growing our business, and that technology is a very important part of business systems. And if we are not using systems to help us track our performance, then our businesses will fall apart, right? You get frustrated after a while and just kind of quit, right? So we want to help everyone to be able to track their interactions with prospects. And this is a biggest part of our business, the biggest part of our industry. And a lot of people say, you know what, I don't even know how to keep up with it. So we write things on little pieces of paper. You know, I myself have done that. Write little things on envelopes, or somebody gives you a business card, and you just, you know, and so we let a lot of contacts fall through the cracks, right, Cherie? Right, Daryl? Right? A lot of them fall through the crack. So guys, this is interactive. This is not now that we're doing Zoom and it's live, it's not just going to be like, oh, Nakima talking like on the phone, right? This is going to be like interactive. So if you want to, as more and more people get on the line with us, there is somewhere on your screen you get to raise your hand if you have a question. And I know we have Ginny and Cherie and everybody's going to be looking at the board. So there's somewhere on there that allows you to raise your hand. Do you see it, Cherie? Like a little spot somewhere that said that you can raise your hand? Do a raise hand, let me see.
Yes.
Just select it, let me see.
Wait, I was tagging some people real quick to jump on the call.
Okay, or I know Jenny's doing something else. Yeah. But we can do a, how do you raise your hand? Daryl, do you see how you can raise your hand from where you are?
I raised my hand, Nakima.
5, 6.
Where's June? Oh, I see June. Yes, I see June raised her hand. Do it again, June. Where is it?
It's at the bottom of the screen where the box says participants.
Okay.
You click on participants, and at the bottom left-hand side, there's a blue hand. It says raise hand.
Awesome. Awesome. So participants, click on the participants button, and then you said what?
The bottom of that screen, there's a blue hand on the left-hand side. It says raise hand.
Awesomeness. All right, guys. So now we know how to raise our hands. All right. So Beverly, I see you got your hand raised. June, okay, so you guys can lower your hands. So now when I see a hand up, I'll call on you. Okay, so lower your hands, guys, and then we'll start. All right, guys, so let's go into Bizrunner. Today we're going to take notes. So this is what I want you to do, because I'm just going to do a basic today, and then I'll do Q&A, and that way if you have other things that you want to look at for us to look at, we'll do that. But I want to start off with the basics, starting on the front here. So if you have a pen and paper, I would say draw 5 circles on that paper and put the numbers in it, so that you know what I'm talking about. So you're going to take notes that you'll be able to use later on to help you with your Bizrunner, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about on your front of your Bizrunner screen here, let me get my pointer. I get the pointer here. And now that we have that, you see here, right, that we have circles. We have 5 circles. And in the middle here, this isn't just here for good looks too, but it has its purposes as well. So I'm going to start by putting some information on the screen for you. Please write this information down so that you have it as well. So circle number 1, what is this circle all about? This circle is all of your list, or I should just say all list. Okay, all list. All right, all of your list. So that's 1. All of your lists are here. So we'll go into it in a second. All right. The second circle here. So if you drew 5 circles, right, you're going to make notes, right? The second list is your contacting. Contacting list. Guys, could you just hold on 1 second? I think I may have a little bit of an emergency here. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I am here. Okay, contacting, all right. So contacting list. And then the third part here is presentation. Okay, so these are the people, not just presentations, but rather all the people you have an appointment with. Okay, all of the people you have an appointment with is in circle number 3. Okay, in circle number 4 are follow-ups. And I want you to put follow-up after presentation. Okay, follow up after presentation. All right, 4. And circle number 5 are your enrollments. Circle number 5, enrollments. Okay, so these are your lists. So this is what each circle does. Okay, the circle in the middle, I didn't do this before, but I'm going to do it now, is going to be your calendar. The circle in the middle is your calendar. All right, so if you're taking notes, this should give you a clear, you should have this all drawn out. All right, so all of your list, contacting all the people you have an appointment with will be in your circle number 3. Follow up after presentation, that's the only time a true follow up is happening. Then you have enrollments, and in the middle is your calendar. So the 2 things I'll go into before even going in that I really want people to walk away with, if everyone has this, I'm going to delete this and move on. I'm going to do a stop share here. Everyone has this information already? All right, I think you guys should. All right. So once you have this, I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to do a stop share. And I'm going to do a new share, and this time I'm going to open up a whiteboard. And I'm going to have a discussion. Anyone have any questions at this point? All right, Ginny, I'm sure you guys will look for the raise hands, because I can't see the raise hands at this point.
Okay.
All right, great. All right, so now this is my whiteboard. So we're going to have a conversation before we go into Bizrunner. Some things that I want you to remember about Bizrunner. Now, what is a contact? I've had some people getting confused about what does Bizrunner count as a contact? What does Bizrunner count as a contact? So I'm going to put on here, what is a contact in Bizrunner? So take your notes. What is a contact in Bizrunner? What is a contact in Bizrunner? So if you know what a contact is in Bizrunner, what Bizrunner will give you will count as a contact, I should say. Okay, so what is a contact, or rather what counts as a contact? You can put those words in if you like. All right, or what is a what is a contact, or what counts as a contact, or what counts as a contact in Bizrunner. Just another way to ask that question, all right? So what counts in Bizrunner is when, as a contact, is when a person says yes or no to a presentation. All right, so a contact counts. A contact counts when someone says yes or no to a presentation. Yes or no to a presentation. That is when a contact counts. All right, a contact counts in Bizrunner. Just to be specific, when someone says yes or no to a presentation. All right, that's the only way it counts. If they didn't say yes or no, then you won't get a medal, it won't count towards your medals. And we'll get a little deeper into it. For now, I just want you to take these notes so that you have them, so that we can refer to them when we go into the card, the profile card, to talk more about that. Now, what counts, all right, so now we have contact. what counts as a presentation? What counts as a presentation in Bizrunner? Okay, what counts as a presentation in Bizrunner? All right, so for those of you taking notes, all right, so let's see what some of the things that anyone can tell me what is considered a presentation. When would you choose to select presentation in Bizrunner? Some ways that you can present your product, present Enagic to your prospects. And I'll write them here.
Beverly's raised her hand.
Go ahead, Beverly.
Well, one way is when you send someone to your website.
Okay. To your website. Okay. Anyone else?
June Brown's raised her hand.
Okay, go for it, June Brown.
When you do a mini demo for someone.
Okay, mini demo. Anything else?
I raised my hand.
Go ahead, June. Ms. Cherie.
When you share and go over a brochure with someone.
Okay, when you review a brochure or so brochure or even newspapers, right? Sometimes you do newspapers, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else? What will count as a presentation in Bizrunner? We have somebody else raising their hands.
Daryl Wicker.
Go ahead, Daryl.
You send them to a demo video demonstration, or did a maxi demo,
Oh, what?
or a maxi demo,
What's a maxi demo?
like a full-blown demo.
Okay. Oh, a maxi. I like that. A maxi demo. All right. Or a full video demonstration, or a full. But let's break that full. Let's be a little more specific. And so video demo. And when we say full demo, how do we describe a full demo? We can call. What's another way to, instead of saying maxi demo, right? Because most people may not know what that is. But how can we call, like how we do it at the Enagic office, right? We have these larger demos. That's more, I like to use the word formal demos. Does anyone have another word that you can use for demo? Maxi demo. I like, that's M-A-X-I, which it means. So maxi demo, I would say, is a formal demo, right? Like what you do at the event at your office, at your store, right, Cherie?
Yes.
Would you call that a formal demo?
A formal demo, I would call it.
Okay, or if someone has another word we can use, that would be great. Any other thing that we can use to describe it as, so we want you to take, in other words, you have to take credit for these things as a presentation in Bizrunner, right? So if you don't do that, you'll eventually get frustrated because you can't count how much you're doing. Do we have someone else that's raised their hand?
That's right. Well, we are looking at
No.
A full presentation.
Full presentation. Okay. In the meantime, guys, if you have stuff going on in the background, don't forget to mute your phone, mute your computer. All right. So full demonstration. So formal demo or full demo. That's another word. Instead of maxi demo, formal demo, full demo. All right. Thank you for that. All right. So great. So any other things that we can say you can consider as a presentation? So we have send someone to your website, mini demo, review brochures, newspapers, video demo, maxi demo, or formal demo, or full demo, right? June Brown raised her hand. Go ahead, June.
With the newspapers, do you have to explain the newspaper, or can you just give it to someone for it to count as a presentation?
You know, this is beautiful. I love this question. And this, guys, is really important. A presentation doesn't count. You can't just send a link to someone and say, okay, this is my link. They're not expecting it. That's why the contacting is first. It says contact counts when the person says yes or no. So if you're going to give someone a newspaper, if you have a moment with them, I would open up the newspaper and present probably a few headlines, right? You've opened the door, and then you can do a follow-up on once they've read it. Does that make sense? So you don't just hand out newspapers and said I did presentations. Does that answer your question, June?
Yes, because I left a stack of newspapers in a business, and so I was wondering if I could get credit for it, but now I see that I cannot.
You could put it, you know, you've gone to the business. You can put the business in there as a contact, and then you can specifically say, okay, I went to the business and I left newspapers there. But the thing about it is, each of those newspapers are important. So I would use them more of a way to contact. Like, you know, when I come into contact with them and I want them to take action, then I can follow up with that person. I feel like it's a much more stronger point. But yes, you can put a stack out somewhere. That could work.
9-minute video.
Say that again?
9-minute video.
9-minute video. So that's the video demo, right? So that's a video demo that's on the list here, right? So that also your 9-minute video, any type of video demo. All right, any type of video demo, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 9 minutes, all right? So, so guys, so now we're really getting more serious and in-depth into what counts as a presentation in Bizrunner. All right, so all of these things that you're looking at on the list here are really important to your success in Bizrunner. So now let me go on to the next one. So you want to open up, if you give a don't just hand a brochure and walk away. The person has to actually agree to receive it. Now we're going to move on to the importance of what counts as a presentation. Now we're going to talk about what's a follow-up. What's a follow-up, all right? So let's put the notes down for that one. So what counts as a follow-up in Bizrunner? What counts as a follow-up? All right, Daryl, go ahead, Daryl.
After you've given the presentation or any of the above that we just discussed,
Okay.
it puts them in the follow-up, and then that's when you call them to follow up with them.
Okay, but great. So that's correct, 100%. But now we're going to dig in a little deeper as to what is really considered a follow-up in Bizrunner style, in order for you to take credit for it in your Bizrunner for the work that you've done. All right, so let's go here. What do you think, guys? What is a form of follow-up? What is the type of things that we do in a follow-up, so that you know that you're doing a follow-up? So this is about precision execution, right? Precisely knowing what we're doing with our prospect. So what counts as a follow-up? Do we have a hand that's raised?
Beverly has an answer.
Go ahead, Beverly.
Yes, this is when you make a phone call and you actually connect with that person. You can call and don't talk to anyone, and it does not count. I've done a lot of calls,
but that's a contacting. Now we're talking about the follow-up. So
yeah, you're following up with them. Yeah, you call them to follow up.
Okay.
You have to talk to the person.
Okay. All right. So contacting on the whole, in order for you to even have anything happen, you have to speak to the person, is what Beverly is saying. But the question I'm asking here right now, guys, is what counts as a follow-up? We're not talking about the phone call. You see, we've been taught that it's just calling the person is a follow-up. Technically, that's not what we're looking for here. The follow-up is more than just a phone call. Anyone has any idea? Daryl, do you have your hand raised there, or did you drop it? Don't forget to lower your hands if you don't have a question, guys. But if you do have a question, you know, don't forget to raise your hand again.
Yes, you've made contact with the person to find out if they are ready or not, and to move forward.
Okay, so a contact is, yeah, if so following up, what I'm hearing Daryl says is to find out if the person is ready to move forward. Okay, that's one. That's correct. That will count as a follow-up. Of course, you have to speak to them. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else? What counts as a follow-up? This is an interactive call now, guys, because we get a stronger understanding of why are we doing certain things. What really is these steps that we're taking, and why are we taking them? So, okay, I'll give you guys a for instance. You've done a demonstration for someone. Now that you've done the demonstration, right, and they didn't buy immediately on the spot, they didn't fill out the paperwork. So what's your next step? What are some of the things that you would do to help that person to take action?
Good way to phrase it.
Thanks, Jenny. All right, go ahead, Beverly.
Well, would you schedule the appointment? You'll schedule the follow-up, because after you do the demo and you say, okay, I'm going to follow up with you in a couple of days. Say you share water with them. So you're going to follow up in a couple of days. So you schedule the appointment. Would that be considered?
Okay. So this is, so anyone else, thank you so much, Beverly, on that one for coming forward. This is really a really important point here, guys. And so let me see here. Anyone else have any idea what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, we got Daryl, go for it.
Okay, if you give them the three choices, you say, kind of like we've learned in RI training, you may need more information, or they may be ready. You have to ask them if they're ready to purchase their machine, or the third thing is learn how to get their machine for free and join you in your business to spread the word about this technology.
So those are closing things. Those are things that you do during the presentation to close it. What we're looking at here is what is a true follow-up. So
I think Brown may have an answer.
go ahead.
June Brown.
Go ahead, June.
Review their pain.
Review their pain. Find out, review their pain. Okay. I mean, yes, but you do that during the contacting, right? And then you would actually review their pain during the presentation. You keep the pain in front of them, right? So that they can take action. So let's go into it. Let me let me go forward here. All right. So what is what is some of the ways that you can follow up? You can follow up, and it will count in Bizrunner. Let's say you did a water share. Okay. So another way to put this. So let me just make sure I put number one in front here so that you guys know that this is one thing that will count as a follow-up, right? Right? Find out if the person is ready to move forward. That's one. Number two, water share is another way to follow up, because you're basically keeping the person, you're not just making phone calls, you're keeping the person engaged in some way, shape, or form. All right. What's another thing that people say that they want after the presentation and they didn't get right away? They may say that they need what? More information.
Yeah.
More information. What is more information? What is more information? Go ahead, Daryl.
Well, if it's a green personality, they want a ton of information.
Okay, so Okay, great. But we want more specific. June, go ahead. Oh, I thought I saw her hand raised. Okay,
She didn't lower it from last time.
Okay. 3 participants with raised hands. All right, so more information. It could be that they need an article, or you might have to now send them to your website. And another thing, guys, I want to say here, just so I'm not all over the place, I want to focus on when we talk about the presentation, I want you to look at the follow-up as an extension of the presentation. The follow-up is an extension of the presentation. All right. Daryl, you had something else you wanted to add?
Yes, they may even want to know about the different machines or the pricing.
Okay, so well, during the presentation, if you're meeting with them, you should have, from the time you did the presentation, you should take them all the way through, including pricing, including everything, right? And it's only at that point if they say, you know, I'm not ready yet, and you say, well, okay, is there any other questions that you have, any other concerns or any questions that you have? And they go like, well, no, we need to think about it. All right. And all right, so you can ask, well, what exactly do you need to think about? So that way I can have some information. Because I have asked that as to what else do you feel like you need that you don't know? Well, we need to talk about our financing, or we need to talk about our finances. All right. So if they're going to talk about your finances, and to me, spoke about this on School of Champions, this is a time where you don't leave them with, well, what are you going to drink moving forward? And people will ask you, what am I going to drink? Then you could say, okay, we can do a water share, but you're not going to offer the water share until they say when they think that they'll be ready to take action. If they say, I'll be ready to take action in, in a month, then you would say, okay, well, we could do a water share. And you might have your rules for water share. Maybe that they have to come to your house to pick up the water, or it may be that you have to drop it off. So water shares is a way to keep people engaged, more information. What's another thing that you may have to follow up with? They may need more
Their specific Q&A.
Q&A, right? So
when you go through their specific Q&A, you will break down those Q&As to their specific needs, so that you can go through their needs and quantify whether or not they're going to be a consistent water share, or if they're going to purchase.
Right. All right. So so every time you do any of these things, water share, more information, you might send a video. They may need more information in terms of more information can come under more videos, right? You might have to send videos. You may have to drop off newspapers. All the things that we did that counts as a presentation, you can continue to present. All right, you can continue to present.
We give a checklist when we do the water share, so that they'll know what their particular issues are with their body.
Okay, so all of these different types of things. So you continue to present. All right, continue to present. And then it's also the place where biggest thing of all is where you ask them to take action. All right, this is really important. Ask them to take action. So before I can really dig into Bizrunner, I'm realizing that if people don't understand, if you don't understand how Bizrunner counts your actions, then there's going to be a little bit of a challenge, right? That was a missing piece, I feel. So a contact in Bizrunner, or what counts as a contact in Bizrunner, right? A contact counts in Bizrunner when someone says yes or no to a presentation. Presentation or meeting. You may not do the presentation right away. It might be a meeting or presentation. Okay? It might just be a meeting to just kind of find the pain. You know, you're what's going on? How are things with you? I had that situation just recently where I didn't speak to someone for 14 years, and their number just came up on my phone. I just gave a call, and it was like, hey, oh my God, we haven't spoken in 14 years. What's going on? Oh, I have a baby. I got all this great stuff. And then I said, so how is everything? How, well, my health is not so great, and the person started sharing what was happening with them with their health. And all I said was, you know what? I may have something that can help you with that. When can we meet? When can I come by? Can you meet me at the Marriott? And we met at the Marriott. And I did a mini demo. So that was finding the pain. Just that phone call, I was able to determine what was working or not working in their lives, and then find out if they were ready and willing to make a change about it. The moment I said I may have something that can help you with that, I didn't talk about the water, I didn't talk about anything. I just said I may have something to help you with that. And so we met. I took a box of turmeric and I took my mini demo kit, and we sat at the Marriott and I did a mini demo. And we talked more about the issue, and then we did the mini demo, and I shared a box of turmeric. So it's like, when you make contact, you're contacting when the person says yes or no to a meeting or presentation. Then what counts as a presentation? Anything that you do that opens the door to your enagic business. Anything, whether it's the product, whether it's the compensation plan, anything in regarding enagic, anything at all. All right, any of the leaders would like to jump in here and say anything about what I've gone over here before I move on? Let's see where we are, or if there's any additional questions that anyone may have.
I think this is very good. Thank you so much for being so clear. And I think it's benefiting a whole lot of people. Thank you, Nikema.
You're welcome, Cherie. Jenny?
I love seeing all of this. It's fantastic. And we have people actually joining the meeting like now, because I keep monitoring the Difference Makers calls. So once everyone's down pat with this, knowing that it's on a video, it's already amazing. It's going to be even better.
And I'm going to post these on my leadership YouTube channel, and it'll be open. Everybody can just go look into it and check it out.
Super.
All right. So I was like, I can't keep it on my computer, so I was like, let's do it on YouTube. Okay. So it'll be available there for you.
Can we screenshot this or print it?
Yeah, everything is here for you. You should be taking notes. If you need to take a picture of it, whatever you need to do, right? And then you want to make sure you review this information and soak it in, and then go out there and when you're using your Bizrunner, this is what I want you to remember. All right? So especially when it comes to presentations and follow-up, we've been using the word follow-up to mean contact the person, call the person. Oh, I picked up the phone, I contacted them. I followed up with them, because this right here, this action of picking up the phone and dialing the number, right? It's a follow-up, but a follow-up is more of an action thing. What's going on? Are you doing a water share? Are you giving more information? You're following up on that information. You're following up on an action that you took, or you're following up on a promise that you made after you've done the initial presentation. That is what a true follow-up is. All right? So just digging in to that information a little bit more. So if you have this information, guys, I'm going to move on. All right. And I'm going to do a stop share here. All right. And so now I'm going to go back in, because we're in a good spot here. We have some time still. So I'm going to go back to the Bizrunner. All right. And I've already gone over what each of these circles mean. And if those of you who are now coming on, you missed it, this is being recorded. So you'll be able to go back and review the information that we went over today. So now one other thing, I'm going to continue just on the interface of Bizrunner by going over what's on the front of Bizrunner. All right, so we have in the middle here, I said that this was a calendar. So if I click on it, it opens up what's happened today. All right, shows you contacts to make today, presentations for today, follow-ups for today, orientations for today, and missed from previous days, right? Missed from previous days will be in this section here. All right, and I'm going to go back here. All right, and we're going to look at the bottom here. This is the same thing as the list. All of your lists are going to be here. Over here, this is where you're going to find all of your medals.
Hello.
So if you click on
Good
here.
morning.
All right. So, all right. So here you have it here, right? All of your medals, all that you've done will show up here for the week. It says here, Monday through September 22nd. This is the week. And if you click up in the corner here, you will find your medal count. Build your business with purpose and get rewarded each week for doing the very activities that predictably grow your business. All right. And it shows you how much you're going to get. Adding names to your names list. If you do 4, you get bronze. So now we're moving with more intention. Like the people who are going through E90, they have to come up with a minimum of 4, a minimum of bronze every week, minimum. And I say, if you do silver, great. If you do gold, that's a winner chicken dinner, according to Clay. All right. So here is where you really get to say, okay, push yourself a little bit more. I got 3 names this list. You know what? I want to at least get bronze. So let me go and find one other person I could talk to. All right. I need to get 2 people to say yes or no. And here's the power about the no, the not interested, right? This is where how many phone calls come into play. If I contact and people say yes, right, I schedule a meeting. If I contact and I talk to a person says no, right, there's a button in there we'll talk about later on that's called not interested or not now, right? Call me back in a month or whatever it is. So Bizrunner will count these things based on your responses to them, and we'll get a little more detail into that. But I just want you to be really clear on this page here that you want to keep pushing yourself to make sure you get a medal for the very activities that will grow your business. The more you do that, is the more you're moving closer to whatever goal that you are after. So I'm going to go back to the home screen here. Now, to go back to the home screen, there's a couple ways to do it, right? I can use this back arrow up here, or I can use this home down here. So for those of you who are, I don't want to go too fast now, I'm just going to put a little circle here. This is a way to go home, or down at the bottom here, you can click on the little house, will take you back home. All right, so anytime you get flustered and you're like, I don't know how to go back, just remember the arrow on the top. Remember the arrow on the top, or remember the house on the bottom. All right, good. All right, so I'm going to go back to, I'm going to remove this off of my screen. All right, and then I'm going to go back to the home screen. Oh, sorry. It took me back 1 because I was inside of this section here. So this is great. So so let me go back here. In this case, it doesn't take us home because we're inside of how to earn medals. So it'll take us back to where we were. But if I click it again, it'll bring me back to my home screen. All right. Okay, guys. So I'm going to do a stop share here. Oh, my why. You click on this is my why here. You can upload a picture. All right. This is my family. And what's important to you? Creativity and financial abundance. You could do 100 words to reflect your why. All right. Why do you do what you do? Why are you getting up every day to do the business? If you put it in here, you should come in here once a day and take a look to remind you of why you're doing what you're doing. All right. So I'm going to go back to the home screen again. And now that we're back on the home screen, all right, I'm going to do there's 3 dots on the bottom here. If I click on the 3 dots, then you have your menu bar, right? You can take a look at your PE profile, right? Shows you profile is here, right? Your PEPSAR, okay, and your settings and all that good stuff. Everything is right here for you at the tip of your fingers. Ginny and Cherie, do you mind taking over for a second? I have an emergency that's happening right now that I'm trying to deal with. So can you guys just handle it for a second?
Sure.
Thank you.
So for those of you that are just joining us right now, Nikema said that she's going to be posting this on the YouTube video. And just, I'd love to hear from you. Are you loving the Zoom way of presenting this?
So for the people that joined us late, Jenny, under participants at the bottom of your screen, you can raise your hand and I'll let Jenny know that you're ready to speak. So
and if you're on an iPad too, there's a more button. There's 3 dots at the upper right-hand corner of an iPad. That's what I'm on, a large iPad. When you hit more, let me say, there's a blue hand that says raise hand. And there's a yes, and there's a no, and there's a go slower, go faster. So there's lots of nonverbal feedback that you can give the host. Okay, there's thumbs up. If you don't see that, just let us know. I think, Cherie, I think that everyone's on a different device. So the bottom line is get used to your device and where things are on your device. So when we tell you like what you have the ability to do, just play around and find it. And you know what? I use YouTube for everything. I just Google and I just say, how do I do Zoom on an iPad? You know, or how do I raise my hand in a Zoom meeting on an iPad, or you know, on a desktop? Does anyone have any questions at this point? Oh, Beverly Smith has her hand up, Daryl and June. Okay, so go ahead, Beverly.
Yes, I just wanted to say I learned something today. That little insignia in the middle, I did not know it was a calendar, so that was cool.
You know what? I felt like a little fool there because I've never tapped on that ever. And when she tapped on it, I could have jumped out of my seat. What? Because I always tap the bottom where it looks like a calendar being turned, and that's how I find out who I have to follow up with. So that was my number 1 comment about, wow, let's do this on Zoom all the time. Thank you, Beverly. 2 peas in a pod here. And Daryl?
Yes, I love it because I think most people are visual. I know I am, and it just makes it so much easier for me to learn this way. And so I think this is awesome. I appreciate y'all doing this.
Thank you so much. You know, bless Nikema, guys. Bless her. She's incredible. And Miss June Brown?
Yes, like Daryl, I'm a visual person also. So this is helping me tremendously. But my biggest takeaway so far is that, don't laugh, but I didn't know that the follow-up was an extension of a presentation. So I would have never put my water sharing in that category.
Good point. Good point. So when you click on the let me just say, let me go back to the home screen on mine. Let's say when you go to the follow-up, like number 4, there's an option when it says action taken. It's going to say things like, actually, I'm going to do it right now so that I can tell you exactly what it says. Once you've done a presentation, you're in the follow-up mode, and it says action taken. Your choices are, like, I made another phone call. I sent a text message. I met the person in person. Now, sometimes I just click met in person when I do a water share, but actually at the very bottom, there's another option that says other action taken, and that's where you can type in water share, because obviously this is generic and not specific to Enagic. So met in person, sent an email, social media post, left a voicemail message, sent a card. And that's another option that you have here in Bizrunner as well. But those are all the ways that you can follow up, and follow up obviously is the key to getting to step number 5, which, you know, we're enrolling participants in our business as either retail customers or distributors. I see the next hand up is Galaxy J3V, if that's you. Do you have a question or comment? Is that you, Doc Holliday?
That's me. I didn't know you were talking to me. I want to share something with you this morning. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak. Being 79 years old, I used to always listen to this call in the bed. But what this does to me is it causes me to get out of the bed, be personal, and see who I'm talking to. I love it. And you know, I'm coming out of retirement for this. Thank you.
That is such a blessing. Thank you for sharing that. A lot of us, I think, you know what I do when I'm on this call? I know it's interactive, and I know that you're all like typing things. I walk and walk and walk around my neighborhood. So I'm gonna have to walk later or early. That's fine too. Thank you though. Diana Giles, you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, everybody.
Hi.
What YouTube, what was that, the leadership? What was, where we go to find this?
Yeah, so leadership, excuse me, Leadership Biz Solutions. I'm
Okay.
sorry, just go to YouTube and type in Nikima French, Nikima French, FRENCHE, and you'll find the leadership page. And
Okay.
I'll put together what is called a Bizrunner playlist. And that way you guys can just, anytime you want, just go review it.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're very welcome, very welcome. All right, guys. So Jenny, thank you so much. So guys, we are like 10 minutes to like less than 10 minutes. All right, so I didn't want to overwhelm you today with a whole bunch of stuff, but today we just wanted to just dig in on why are we taking action, right? When we take action, exactly what the action is all about, because it's about specificity. If we are specific about what we're doing, then our chances of success becomes higher because we know why, when there's no question. All right, when I contact, what is my intention? I want to find out the pain, get a meeting for a presentation. That is the purpose of contacting a person. Where, and then how can you solve that problem for them? All right, School of Champions, amazing. Tamia takes you through it, right, with the PSA. So, you know, what is the problem? What is the solution? Providing a solution to them, right? So she calls it PSA, showing them, which is our demo, and then asking them to take action. All right. So, you know, so all of these things, when you're moving with more clear intention, when you pick up the call, you pick up the phone, you're like, I'm picking up the phone because I really want to make contact, but my intention is to find out what's going on, and you don't have to spend 2 hours to do it, because people will tell you everything. If you're very direct, you ask a direct question, right? And then you just listen, and while you're listening, I usually take a pen and paper and I'm writing things down as they're talking to me. And then if I need more information, I'll ask. And then I say, you know what, I have something, I may have something that can help you with that. Because if I have something and come and they don't want it, you know what I'm saying? But I may have something that can help you with that. All right, so then that's the first part, the contacting, right? The second part is once you get the presentation, because what's gonna happen as we go through Bizrunner, what I see happen is that we will be able to start really talking about conversion ratios. What's working and why it's not working. If you're contacting a lot and a lot of people are not taking action, there may be an issue there. We have a raised hand. We have the Galaxy J3V.
They didn't lower their hand from before.
Oh, they didn't lower their hand.
That's Doc Holliday.
Oh, that's Doc. Okay. No, Doc is on the top. Well, he has 2 of them going. Okay. All right.
He might be, yeah. Nikima?
Yes.
When you were away for a moment, Beverly and I together decided that this is absolutely amazing, and we are big winners because big losers almost. We never hit the medallion in the middle of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We went straight to the bottom and got to it that way. I've never touch the medallion. So thank you for our
Very welcome. You're very welcome. So, guys, I'm gonna have you guys close us out. Sharia, Jenny, thank you guys so very much for coming on. Jenny, thank you for the help of getting everyone. Guys, it's all about teamwork. I'm working with Jenny, Cherie, you know, Shannon and Coach and Shannon Redmond, Beverly. I mean, the leaders are coming together to work to help each other grow. And this is so phenomenal. Everyone's on here because Jenny took the time to be on the call to move everyone over here. So let's keep getting more and more people on the call. So Jenny or Cherie, back to you. Cherie, you can close us out. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this was fantastic. I know we had over 22 people on this call today, and it doesn't happen by themselves. This is all a team. Everybody just reminding people, getting used, just like we're going to get used to working in the Bizrunner, like it's just our everyday thing that we do to put our contacts into our smartphones, right? So thank you, Nikema. Right after this call, we have the difference maker call, and today is on customer service, and Tammy Goebel is going to be discussing that. So please get your team and everyone else on this call. It's going to be great. Please don't forget that Thursday we have the Execute 90 orientation. The same Zoom number, 273-886-555. Very, very helpful. And on Saturday, oh my gosh, they blew it away this past weekend.
That's awesome.
Why own your own personal franchise? Oh my gosh, it's fantastic, fantastic. You're going to want to get everybody you know on that call this Saturday. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nikema. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you to each and every one of y'all. We'll see you on the next call. Bye-bye.
Ciao, guys. Have a great day.
Awesome.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.